Hi everyone, Angela here. To make this cushion cover, first measure across your cushion insert from seam to seam. Mine is 19 inches square. For the lining, I'm using 100% quilting cotton and trimming away the selvage. Measure and cut out 2 pieces exactly the same size as the cushion insert. Don't add any extra for seam allowance, otherwise the cushion cover will be too loose. Fold one piece in half, crease the center, and then cut into 2 for the front linings. For the outer layers, I'm going to be using some old jeans. Because there's a big rip at the knee, I'm just checking there's enough fabric at the bottom. I'd like to use this thicker seam on the center back of the cushion, so I'll cut open this other side. Pin the back lining on top and cut out the same size. The hem along the bottom of the jeans here is just a little bit thick to cut, so I'll just unpick it first. I like to use a razor blade to do this as it's quick and easy. You can really use any type of fabric for this cushion cover. It'd be great to cut up some old clothing with sentimental value. For the front of the cushion cover, I'm going to cut one piece in the same denim and another in a contrast color. For the opening, I'm using a number 5 metal jacket zipper. It's extra long so that I can cut away this bottom end. At the top, trim the tape about 3/4 of an inch from the stoppers. Have the zipper wrong side up, separate it, place it on the right side of one of the front pieces, matching the top and the edges. Move the other side of the zipper out of the way, place the lining on top with right sides together, carefully match all the edges and clip together. Have the other front piece right side up. Place the other side of the zipper tape on top with wrong side up. Make sure the zipper tape isn't twisted. Place the other lining piece on top, match all the edges, and clip together. I'm using the Juki TL-2010Q sewing machine. The link for this and the tools I use are down in the description below. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, click the link for Echidna Sewing and Juki Junkies for North America. When sewing the zipper on, have the left side of the zipper foot right against the zipper teeth. Back tack at the start and finish, and repeat for the other side. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave a comment below. As always, I'd love to know where in the world you're watching from. Open with right sides up and close the zipper. Press both seams flat to reveal the zipper tape and then repeat on the lining side. Cut away the bottom of the zipper, leaving about 1/2 inch. Make sure to cut between the teeth so that you don't damage your scissors. Next, place the front piece on top of the outer back piece with right sides together. Match the edges all around and unzip about halfway. Put the top ends of the zipper tape together and clip in place. On one side, separate the lining out of the way and clip just the outer layers together. On the side, mark 1 inch from the top and bottom edge. We'll be sewing this seam between the marks. Next, place the back lining on top of the front with the right sides together. On that same side, mark an opening in the center about 6 inches wide. On the side, this time mark 2 inches from the top and bottom. Clip just the linings together between the marks. We'll start our stitching from here, back tacking at this mark, skipping over the opening, back tacking here, and finishing at this mark. These 2 layers are stitched separately. At the top of the zipper, tack across the tape about 3/8 of an inch from the edge to keep in place. Using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, stitch the seams between the marks. Flatten out all the layers, clip all around, leaving the opening. Stitch through all the layers, starting here between the marks and finishing between the marks. Again, use a 1/2 inch seam allowance, sewing right on top of the previous stitching. Starting with the back tack, stitch until you're 1/2 inch from the edge. With the needle down, lift the presser foot and pivot. When you get to the top end of the zipper tape, back tack across it to reinforce that part of the seam. Continue stitching all around and stop when you get to the other end of the zipper. Now, because the zipper was cut slightly longer, you can easily see where the metal teeth are. To avoid breaking the needle, turn your hand wheel slowly to carefully sew between the teeth. Continue stitching around and back tack between the marks to finish. Trim all 4 corners on an angle, being careful not to cut any of the stitching. Turn the cushion so that the lining is right side out. Fold in the seams of the opening, match the folds, then edge stitch it closed, back tacking at the start and finish. Open the zipper right up, turn the cushion cover right side out, then use a knitting needle or a point turner to carefully push out all the corners. If you're gifting or selling this cushion cover, you have a really neat professional finish. All the seams stay together and the lining won't pull out. Having this nice wide opening makes inserting the cushion super easy. You also have 2 really cool looks in one. I hope you'll give this a try. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to check out my video up next.